Welcome back. Let's see where this argument or lecture thing is going. I have no doubt that to any other person, her speech would be amazingly inspirational. To any other person, life changes would be made and worldviews would be altered. But fighting back, involving people doing something, that's what I've been doing for this past week. Uncovering, investigating, taking initiative. And well, we saw how that turned out. Still, I have to admit that she stirs hope, even in someone like me. Her words make me want to leap up, to raise my fist, to fight back. I just don't know if it'll make things better or worse. Thanks, Elizabeth. She falters, her eyes widening. What? That's the first time you didn't call me Lizzie. Would you prefer that? Not particularly. It simply feels odd. Her eyes drift across mine slowly, contemplatively. Well, done with your pity party? As close as I can get to be done, I suppose, Miss Bennet. Fair enough, Mr. Darcy. After all, I know how you enjoy your parties. Ah, yes. You can tell by my acute desire to eat, drink, and dance the night away. Why, the night is scarcely young. Wait, it's midnight? She leaps away, pointing to my clock in clear horror. Oh, looks like it is. Good Lord, I have to get going now. Shirley shoves the medicine back in the cabinet and scrambles to the doorway. I instinctively grab her sleeve. Wait, what's the... Let go now. She doesn't look like she's going, so I quickly release her. Something dawns on me. Oh, academy curfew? What? No. I have a permit because of my father's job. Does this curfew even exist, or does everyone just ignore it? Then what is it? Homework? Sleep schedule? No, nothing like that. Shouldn't it be obvious? A girl's in a boys' home at a late hour. Ah, what? Just that? You have something to worry about. I've had plenty of girls over. Rui was one of them. Heck, she even knows the key code to my door. But Elizabeth doesn't seem to take this comforting. In fact, she turns white as a sheet. Plenty of girls? It's fine, people don't care around here. I care? Do you know what this could do to my reputation? She paces agitatedly, wringing her hands. Her worry is stressing me. Look, like I said, it's not a big deal. Guys have girls over all the time, and girls have guys over all the time. She stops in her tracks and stares at me. Oh, as friends? Well, what else would they be doing? You're asking because you don't know? That is generally why people ask questions, yes? And according to you, girls come over and guys come over and they just study or play games, or eat dinner or whatnot? Well, that's exactly... Wait, what were you thinking? My goodness, I can't believe we're having this conversation. Wait, do I not know about the birds and the bees? She covers her face and rearranges her jacket and quickly opening the door. I'm just going to go now. I'm left flabbergasted as she slams the door in my face. I can't even get in a word. Well, that was abrupt. I swear, I'll never know what's going on in that head of hers. Yeah! It probably doesn't mean anything to you, Yama. But I believe in you. Before I make a move, she promptly shuts the door again. This time I hear the rapid plink of her shoes against the apartment hallway as she strides out of the complex. She believes in me? Of all people, Elizabeth Oshiro believes in me? Well, that's just like an irony of life, I suppose, and I can't deny it's reassuring in the most bizarre way. She's more confident than I am in my own innocence. It feels nice to have someone like that on your side, a fighter, a warrior, someone who you know will tell the truth to your face, even if you don't want them to. I can trust her, weirdly enough. The boost of my mood gets me into an investigating mood, but I manage to stave it off. For now, I need to go to bed and get some rest. If I'm going to tackle this crime, I need to do it on an alert mind and a lot of sleep. I'm tossed awake by a rattling of a jackhammer just inside my window. It's still dark out, my eyes are bleary. I rub at them and squint into the street. A handful of men grabbed in bright orange are huddled around some crack in the middle of the road, surrounded by 3 large trucks. Definitely construction work of some kind. I fall back on my bed and jam a pillow over my ears, but it's futile. The noise pounds straight through my wall. No matter what I try, it continues to throttle me from all sides. Aggravated, I leap out of bed and head to my living room, kneading at the tension between my temples. Of all times to choose construction, did it really have to be at such an unholy hour? I retreat to the living room and lie on the sofa. The sleep avoids me. Looks like it's gone for good. Well, clearly, this isn't going to work. I decide to just get up and start the day. Let's see. Breakfast, fridge. Completely empty. Of course. To be fair, it's been a while since I've gone grocery shopping, but that does nothing to stop my growing irritation. This day looks like it'll be fantastic. I head to the door to pull on my shoes, but a sudden alert on my phone stops me in my tracks. Huh? Who dares message me? It's 6 in the morning, good lord. I have not heard from you some time, Mr. Troll. Is the night bothering you? Nights can often be unreasonable. No, I don't need another mysterious email. I don't need advice. I don't need any of this. Unreasonable? Wasn't there something about the case that was unreasonable? Come to think of it, maybe I should check into the independent killings again. From the sounds of it, those killings might have a substantial connection to this case. Well, I guess the internet exists for a reason. I withdraw my phone and running a search on the independent killings. Only a few options pop up, and when I tap on them, they never load, only spinning in place. What the heck? I tap refresh. I tap again, refresh. Start my browser. Nothing. My internet's fine. I check the NNN website, and it loads within a second, but nothing with the independent killings. Seriously, the last thing I need right now is tech problems. Today seems to be one of those days where nothing goes right. I struggle to keep still, breathing deeply to stave off the irritation. My interrupted sleep, paired with the nagging twist of hunger, is starting to haze my brain. No, I need to fight this. First, I have to buy groceries and make some breakfast. Filling my stomach will help me think clearer. I head to the kitchen for my book of coupons. Technically, I'm not short on money, but it never hurts to save. It's one of those few things I can do for my parents. But when I look through the drawer, I find a phone tucked away in the back crevice. A phone? What's a phone doing here? Curious, I pick it up, turn it over with my hands. I don't recognize it. It's the latest premium lipstick model, upscale even for my standards. Whoever owns this has to be a really rich kid. I try to switch the phone on, but nothing happens. Not even the empty battery indicator. Odd. Is it completely dead? I pry the back panel open only to find there's nothing where the battery should be. Weird. Looks like someone took out the battery. So now I've got this random phone that I have no idea where it came from. Wait, isn't this the model that Misaki was talking about before? It says here they're holding some kind of lottery drawing for weed? What? Why would they be giving that away at a drawing? I'm puzzled as well. Someone mind explaining what weed is? Weed is just an acronym for Wall Electronic Energy Director. It's a new Limskate cell phone that can run on power from a wall socket, even without a battery. That's right. If this is the new model that Misaki was raving about, then I could just use my universal Limskate charger to turn it on. I plug the phone to the wall, holding my breath as I tap the switch. The wallpaper glimmers to life, a cheery group photo of 7 or so people taken in a school courtyard. What the? These faces are the faces of Soji, Akane, Haru, and Yahiko. Huddled around them are 3 other students whom I don't recognize, but I think I've seen them around the cafeteria as the Happy Club. Could this be Yahiko's phone? No. He hasn't come over since last week. And even if he did, there's no reason he'd leave his phone here, much less without a battery. Then I noticed that the phone has no lock system, no number code, no fingerprint recognition, no voice command. Something feels dirty about looking through someone else's personal information, but given the circumstances, it really can't be helped. I hold my breath and slide the lock aside. A barrage of messages pop up on the screen, all from Yahiko. Bewildered, I filter through them. Yahiko Ikari, new messages. Dude, where are you? Dude, tell me you're right now. Haru, pick up your damn phone. I'm coming, so help me. I'm coming for you, damn it. The phone slips out of my hands and clatters onto the counter. I stare at it wordlessly aghast. This is Haru's phone? What is Haru's phone doing in my apartment? Frantically, I check the timescape of the messages. 2 nights ago, just an hour after the train incident. The train accident where Yahiko had allegedly been arrested and taken to the police station. What was that why his words were so harsh? But then, why did I see him in District 6 that night? Haru, Yahiko, Soji? The lapse. What happened during the lapse? Ugh. I stumble to the couch, my vision spinning before my eyes. What's going on? Bright light! Images shift in front of my eyes and overwhelm my vision. In my apartment, but I'm outside of my apartment. In the present, but I'm in the past. Everything smells like iron, trash, smoke. I walk forward on the carpet against my feet turns to slime. District 6. I'm in District 6. I'm in my laps. I stagger forward, blindly reaching for a hold on the wall. A garbage bin, anything. My shoe catches against something on the ground. I barely hold my balance. Just a few feet away lies a corpse. Human with long, slender cuts over each inch of its skin, trickle of red seeping to the ground. A dark pool sloshes over the cement, sluggishly crawling towards my shoes. I step forward, fixed with morbid fascination, and peer into the corpse's mutilated face. Whoa, who is that? No, what's Haru? Why is he... I have to be mistaken, I have to... Nausea kindles in my stomach. I'm struck still with shock, my limbs frozen to the ground. Iron fills my nostrils, strangling me. I'm sorry. The body is unmoving, still, rid of its suffering. I run. I sprint as fast as my legs will take me, weaving through buildings, streets, until my lungs are pleading for air. My surroundings whistle past me, twisting into macabre images of mocking beasts. Too late, always too late. Yama! I grind to a halt, struggling to keep a grip on my panic. Yahiko stands before me, his phone open and a light in his hand. He's pale in the moonlight, almost to the point of being a ghost. Yahiko? What are you doing here? We stare wordlessly at each other. Yahiko suddenly shakes his head, as if waving his thoughts away. Have you seen Haru? That depends on your definition of seen. Now's probably the worst time to have a smart mouth, but I can't help myself. I have to find some cruel humor in the moment, or I'll break. I saw what was left of him. What? Yoki's eyes search my face, but I'm unable to speak. He quickly grabs my shoulders. Then what are you doing? You shouldn't even be here. I scoff at this. No, really? Yahiko rifles his fingers through his hair agitatedly. Don't you dare tell anyone. His eyes are pleading, but the urgency in his words startle me. Why not? Look, no one can know about this. His evasiveness makes me wonder. It's almost as if he already knew that Haru died. Scared someone will find out? He falters, staring at me in disbelief. I'm trying to help you, dude. You have to get out of here now. His voice is flat. I didn't even know who I'm talking to. This is not the same Yahiko that I've known for 2 years. Why would I... Go! Leave! The insistence of his voice shocks me into obedience. I race away, fleeing to the safety of my apartment. I don't look back. I throw the door open and race to the bathroom, sagging against the toilet as nausea rolls in my stomach. Haru's injuries flash before my eyes, inducing a fit of retching. It feels like hours before my body finally seems calmed down. What did I just see? My hallucination merges with reality. I'm hunched over the sink, staring emptily down the drain. Haru, mutilated to death. Yahiko in District 6 without any rhyme or reason. Everything pointing to me, or rather, the unaccountable alien in my body during the lapses. Whoa. Gone. All gone. Too late. I can't. I shouldn't. I didn't. Mizu, Haru, Soji. I stood by. I killed them. I killed them all. Blood. When there's enough of it, the metallic tint kind of turns sweet. Almost like a rich, vibrant pool of paint. Paint that gets everywhere, that seeps into the walls, the cement. Ha! Ha ha! Paint. Art. I've never been much of an artist. Maybe if I was, Rui would have stayed, but Rui left. No, I chased her. I killed her. Just like I have with everyone else. I'm done with all of this. Too late. What's going on? And there goes the bell. Finally, gosh, I thought the class would never end. What the fuck just happened? Okay. It was all red. I'm like, what's going on here, man? Don't forget, big test tomorrow. My class groans in unison. But I don't join them. I've accepted my fate. I'll just suck at math forever. So I might as well not study. Great, now I sound like Yama. Wait. Who am I? Yama, big dummy, whining dummy, angsty dummy. Dummy that I haven't seen since a train accident. Yeah, I'm worried. Is that pathetic? I feel like that's pathetic. After the words he said, I shouldn't be mad at him. How can he say things like that? How can he use that kind of weak spot against me? Am I Am I... What the fuck's going on, man? I still trust him, I guess. Can't seem to stop trusting him. Besides, if I'm honest, I said some terrible stuff too. I just want to talk it out. We haven't had an argument this bad since Miki left. I know everything will be fine if we can just talk it out. But who do I need? But why do I need to be the one that takes the first step? Okay, I know I was insensitive, but doesn't Yama know that I just want what's best for him? He's never really been able to take care of himself. He's basically a big overgrown baby. A really attractive big overgrown baby. My cheeks still flush, remembering how he suddenly wrapped his arms around me and shielded my eyes from seeing Soji. Whoa, okay, Rui, let it out. That's just pathetic. Someone who I knew died right in front of me, and instead I'm just thinking about my crush. Is this what they mean by coping mechanism? Ugh, anyway, Yama, baby, Yama. Or is that why Yama was so upset? Because I keep thinking that he needs to be taken care of. I don't know. It's been so long since we've been so distant. I don't even know what to do. Is this what twins feel like when they're separated, lost? Even if they technically have other friends, like certain meddlesome roommates whose names I won't mention, but may or not be called Akira. But anyway, being apart is like walking without shoes, or doing homework with a pen instead of a pencil. It's not seriously bad, it's just weird, not comfortable. Maybe I should talk to him. And from the way things are going at the school, it's better to not live with regrets. But at the same time, can I really do it? Hey, Rui! A classmate pops in front of me with a cheery wave. I totally forgot her name, but I instinctively return her smile. Hey, what's up? We're heading to the GFC. You game? My smile falters. GFC. What I wouldn't give for a trip to GFC with everyone there. Sorry, I think I'll pass. Aw, don't be a party pooper. Come on! I really can't, but thanks for the invite. You're not gonna talk to Hiraga, are you? What? Where did that come from? I don't know, well, you used to hang out with her. I glance at Ari's direction at the corner of my eye. Even though school's technically ended, she's calmly sitting in her seat, munching on a peach. I used to just go up and talk to her because of her quietness. Now she was bullied. Now she was labeled. It really reminded me of Yama. I should still reach out to her. I should still defend her. But it just hurts. Is that why you were with me? Sticking around someone you know is better than and everything? Probably made you feel really good about yourself. It's not true. It can't be. I wouldn't have done something like that, right? Did some philosopher once come up with a theory that every act someone did was only done to help themselves? That there's no such thing as a real good deed. Helping elderly people is just to make yourself feel better. Giving to the homeless is just to get attention. Loving family is just to repay them for raising you. That, in the end, everything is selfish, and selfless love doesn't exist. No, that can't be possible. He must have just been a real moper. Really? Huh? Oh, sorry. I just remembered that I left my laundry in the washing machine. The lie passes smoothly from my lips. What's even scarier is that I don't even feel a hint of regret. Oh, I see. That happens to me all the time. I know, right? I should really set an alarm. Well, guess we'll get going. See ya. Have a good time. The moment she exits the room, though, I instantly drop my smile. Right now, I'm a fake, just like the rest of them. You're looking a bit under the weather. What's up? Akira suddenly leaps from beneath my desk. I smile in relief. I think it's real this time. Hey, Akira. Should I ask why you're hiding under my desk? Well, I'd tell you. Then I'd have to kill you. So, drama club? I don't think so. Not today. She stares at me, not in a judging way, but definitely searching for answers. Remember what you promised? Yeah, but he's not even at school. That's exactly why you should come. We're doing confidence exercises. That way, after club, you can go right to his apartment. What? Today? Well, no time like the present. I can't do that. Not in our current situation. The situation won't change unless you make it, Rui. It's a universal fact. The law of inertia. Precisely. An object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Currently, the object is you and your Yama's relationship is headed straight into a black hole, where it'll be crushed into tiny bits, or create a time-space paradox that unravels the very fabric of the universe. I point dramatically to the sky. She grins in satisfaction. Exactly. So, you should try, as soon as possible. I lower my hand. I'll try. I say this mainly to appease her. Honestly, I don't want anything to do with Yama. Not anymore. Even thinking about him hurts. Hurts to the point where I feel like I can barely breathe. Ray, it'll be okay. You'll look back on this day and think, ha! Well, I was silly as a goose in that soap opera. My throat feels sore. I want to believe her. Honest. Thanks, Agent Angel. Oh, it's nothing, Agent Goose. Both Silly Goose and Mother Goose. She squeezes my shoulder comfortingly. I'm going to club, okay? Come when you can. Everyone misses you. Okay, have a great time. As always. She squeezes my shoulder again and disappears into the hallway. I should feel terrible for lying, but I can't bring myself to feel anything at all. I take up my bag and exit the school. It feels more like something out of habit than my own conscious choice. I actually don't come to my senses until I reach the school entrance. Why am I here? There's no reason for me to leave. I live on campus. I don't have any activities, and I'm not going to eat anywhere. Oh right, the idiots and I usually hang out here. Usually before a trip to GFC. But there isn't anyone now. Whoa! I turn to the school, but a sudden movement catches the corner of my eye. Huh? What was that? I head around the corner, but there's nothing except the trash bin. Weird. I must be tired. I think about heading back to my dorm to rest, but Akira's suggestion makes me hesitate. Now that she's supplied the idea of visiting Yama today, I can't get it out of my head. It's a terrible idea. He hates me. He doesn't want to see me. He's tired of me, right? But who's reminding that idiot to pay his utility bills on time? Who's dragging his sorry butt through school? Who's keeping him from collapsing out of exhaustion? Kira, why? Fine, I'll go, just for a few seconds. Pop in, make sure that some nuclear disaster hasn't happened, pop out. Easy, right? I should stop asking rhetorical questions. They tend to give me the answers I don't want. What? Huh? What was that? I turn around, peering down the road. Just normal people, normal cars, normal houses, nothing out of the ordinary. We're losing our mind. I'm just really tired. Okay, what's going on? Yeah, I try to walk closer to the street and blend into the crowd, but I swear that there's this constant shadow in the edge of my sight. No matter what way I turn, I can't seem to see it. There, again! I start to pick up my pace, weaving into more populated streets. Still there. Whatever's going on, I need to get out of here. Maybe I'm just being stupid, but I swear the shadow's actually following me. Motherfucker, you stay away from me. I jog back to the school, only stopping for breath when everything seems safe. No sign of that person, whoever they were. Good. What was that? It looked like they were behind the school, but that's not possible, is it? The only entrance is the gate. How did they get in without me seeing? Who is that? The figure starts running straight at me. I don't have time to think. I immediately sprint away, heading back to the main street. Run! If anything can protect me, this crowd can. I'm grind to a halt somewhere in the mass of people gathered in the crosswalk. When I glance behind me, I still see the figure hanging around the edge of the buildings. I can't even get a distinct outline, but I swear I see two glinting eyes in the shadows. And then they seem to be looking right at me. Motherfucker! I shudder, pressing myself as close to the crowd as possible. Thankfully, when the stoplight turns green, the figure doesn't follow. But it's a little strange. Why does that person seem so familiar? Motherfucker. I come to start, my head pounds terribly. This must be like they have a hangover. My eyes absolutely scan the surroundings at a habit. City, nighttime, sitting on a bitch, cool breeze, and clear sky weather that I would have enjoyed in different circumstances. How the hell did I get here? Ah, that's right, I lapsed. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, I'm back to my normal character. I drop my phone almost lazily, my brain still fuzzy as I check the time. 10 p.m. I've been out for how many hours? 14? The entire day gone. No record of where I went or what I've been doing. I check my bank records on my phone. Nothing new. Photos, notes, calendar, nothing. On pockets doesn't look like anything stolen. At least nothing super important. No messages and no calls. Go away, Storm Dragon. No messages and no calls, whether incoming or outgoing, unless they've been deleted. Is that it? Ah, wait, something in my jacket pocket. I pull out a slim phone that's cool and smooth against my palm. Right, the troublesome phone of Haru Bunya. Haru Bunya. He was brutally murdered. Haru Bunya, who had the latest phone model. Harubonya, who, after being murdered, somehow had his latest phone model made its way into my make its way into my apartment. If this doesn't raise more than a few questions, nothing will. I don't seem to care. Why don't I seem to care? Well, I guess it's not like I'm going to get any answers by just standing around here. I should head back to my apartment, take another look, see if I missed anything. Now that I'm actually thinking clearly, almost too clearly, actually. But what's that? As I draw nearer my apartment complex, I notice a line of police cars surrounding the entrance gate, lights flaring and sirens blaring. In the center of their light stands none other than Shiguri Inomoto, deep in conference with the police officer I recognized from my little trip into the forest. As per usual, Shiguri is practically screaming her lungs out with every word. Are you not cognizant of the impotence by which I have come? Officer Kobayashi, the Bureau has contended that this student must be incarcerated under suspicion of the recent homicides. So I'm aware I harbored my own suspicions. And you contend that such an intellectually impaired urge of a humanoid sloth could possess the sophisticated genius necessary to orchestrate the mass murders of his associates. Wait, is she talking about me? Are they talking about me? If the police are talking about me, they're waiting to arrest me? You know him more than I do. What is your opinion on the matter? He was my errand boy. You claim to be good at reading people. Are you saying that you misread the suspect? A muscle in Shiguri's jaw twitches. She stuffs her hands in her pockets and mutters something that I could barely catch. I am not wrong. Then you agree that Yama Ishimoto is the prime suspect. What? Was she, Shiguri, the legitimate detective? Does she believe that I'm the killer? She wouldn't, right? The emptiness in my chest promptly dissipates, replaced by pounding fear. And if Shiguri believes it, doesn't that mean it's true? I agree. She agrees. I agree. The universe agrees. I try to step back into the shadows. My feet fumble and I clutch desperately at the wall, staring blankly before me. I'm glad we're on the same page. Now we'll submit a request to Limskate to track his phone. The time such an action would take is too substantial. Bearing the conveniently share his location with us. The process takes up to 48 hours. Then we better get started. He motions to several officers standing by. They gather around him in a loose circle. Fuck! Wordlessly, I turn to my heels and sprint away. Where to? I can't even say. My shoes seem to move automatically, even as my mind stands still. Corners here, turn here, stop here. Yeah, that's right. I'm not just an ordinary high school student who woke up from an overlong nap. I'm a murder suspect, a guilty conscience, someone who holds the phone of the murder victim in his hand after the victim's death. Shiguri, she's not the type to lie to protect someone. I should have expected that answer from her. Then, if I accept it, shouldn't I be turning myself in? I grind to a halt at the subway platform, sliding into the nearest bench, alone in a crowd. Isn't that the expression? Hanging around in public is probably the worst place for me to be. As soon as I get a hold of my picture, my face will be broadcasted across the nation. Who knows, maybe it's already posted on Patter. Maybe Misaki or Yahiko have already stumbled across it, and just like Shiguri, turning one by one. Not a friend, not an errand boy, not an academy student, a murder convict. Why wouldn't they leave? Why wouldn't they all just go? Because you're not guilty. A voice is almost deafening in my head, resounding in every corner of my brain. I almost started at the sound. What I want doesn't matter. The evidence says otherwise. Killing has happened at night. The culprit, someone who knows the security procedures of the academy well. Someone who can fake sanity too well. What if, when I'm sleeping, my personality changes and I get up and sneak across town? You know that's not true. Alright, that's enough. I close my eyes and quiet my thoughts, waiting for an image to materialize. Sure enough, a familiar image steps into the scene. Ta-da! That fucker! What are you doing here? I'm here to bail you out, kid. Miss Ryota? Question mark. You know, last time I checked, you are supposed to be keeping me sane, not, putting voices in my head. Miss Ryota? Question mark. Ha! I can only keep you sane if there's any sanity to keep, kid. Touché. You know, what you're feeling right now, that's dissociation. You're subconsciously alienating yourself from your own emotions due to anticipating future trauma. I know what dissociation is. I like it. You what? It's a painkiller. What isn't there to like? Snap out of it, kid. You can only get to the bottom of this if you dedicate yourself to it, 100%. You can't be afraid to feel. I hope you know how cheesy you sound right now. Will it make you feel? For what? Exasperation? You can't give up, kid. Not now. Why not? What's there to discover? That I'm a murderer, a fugitive from justice? Look, do you honestly believe that you're the murderer? Yes. Well, clearly you actually don't, or you wouldn't have dragged me here. You got my time for now, kid. Make it worth it. I stare a little at the accuracy of this Ryota. I must have spent way too much time with him. So the null hypothesis is that I'm a serial killer, and the working hypothesis is that I'm not. Good start, good start. What does that mean? It means that I just need to find evidence that I'm not the killer. But you won't settle for that, will you? You want to find out who's really behind all this. I might not even know him. You're kidding, right? There's this huge piece of evidence hanging right in front of you that... Meh, you know what? It's more fun if I just watch you figure it out on your own. I find myself becoming intrigued. How much do I know that I think I don't? Enough to solve what the police, with all the resources and brainpower and authority, still can't. The police are limited by a little something called bureaucracy, you know. Besides, remember your advantage. My advantage over the police? You have a core piece of evidence they know nothing about. But what might that be? Dashing good looks. You gave me their information on the students' psychological problems. Would they know that in so much depth? Why wouldn't they? You think they wouldn't have interrogated me for those profiles? Well, if you put it that way. Get good, kid. Fuck! Hiru's phone! I have Hiru's phone right here with me because it was in my apartment. Bingo! The police still don't have his phone in their physical possession. Not like you. They don't have the same hints. Now, to be fair, they were buzzing around your apartment like vultures around a cadaver, so something definitely attracted their suspicion. But it's not like anyone else was at Hiru's murder beside you and the killer. At least, no one who witnessed it firsthand. Not only that, but the police didn't come into my apartment until just today. I found this phone just tucked in my apartment. It had to have gotten there somehow. So whoever put the phone in my apartment knows the code, since there were no signs of a break-in. And, well, you're basically saying that the killer is someone close to me because they can access my apartment. It's a fucker, the blonde. I forgot his name. Yes, and you don't think it could be, oh, I don't know, me? Oh, really? Then how did you lure the victim out even though you weren't close to them? Or why didn't you remember taking the phone from Hiru, or removing its battery, or putting it in your drawer? Balance of probability remains that you would have remembered at least one of those events. Even so, we are not seriously entertaining this Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde play, kid. You know your own medical records. These lapses are a problem with your memory, not your behavior. It could have changed that since then. Do you even know how sad it is that you're losing an argument with yourself? Just move on, kid. We've only got so much time. Even I have to admit that's an unlikely scenario. Alright, so then what? So, assuming that you're not the reason why Hiru's phone is in your apartment, then how did it get there? Well, someone else had to put it there. Good. Who and why? The killer, to frame me. That would have been the only other person with access to Hiru's phone before the police arrived, and the police wouldn't have planted the phone in my apartment. Hey, now we're getting somewhere. Even if you found the phone, the killer wanted to make certain that you wouldn't know what it was for. Why did that fail? What? Well, you found out that it was Hiru's phone because you turned it on. That was clearly not within the killer's plan. So he's saying that the killer didn't know about... Oh, the wall charging feature. Okay, it can't be that good. The killer might have taken out the battery, but he didn't know that I could power the phone just by plugging it into the wall charger. Which means, he knows about some technology, but not all. He knows enough to take out the battery, but not enough for the latest features, okay? It's not that, friend. Ha, good going. You might actually solve this for real. See, you already know one thing about the killer that the police don't. Hooray, let's throw a party. Ah, suck it up, kid. There's another weird thing about Hiru's case that you need to remember. Happen to know what it is? Location. He was killed in an alley, not in the forest. Good. And? It's a place with too many potential witnesses around. Even though the forest has police on patrol, it's not like they can secure a large portion of it, much less the entire forest. He probably knows the forest like the back of his hand. He could have easily snuck around them. A sad truth, but good. Although it would have been risky to take a screaming victim to an area swarming with personnel. Would the forest have been swarming with personnel 2 days ago? Police-related event? Yes, I guess would have. Major crime scene. So you're saying that the killer couldn't have gone to the forest, hence why he needed to kill Haru in District 6. You sure about that one? I mean, it's strange that he would choose an alley so close to the border, rather than a more discreet area. Seems like you missed the important part, kid. What? Remember what happened before Haru's murder? What happened before? What were you doing precisely before you ran off to District 6? I was arguing with Rui. And before that? That's right. That was also the day that Soji Hasegawa's death, right on the subway tracks. Then I can't imagine that the group in the forest would have anything more than a skeleton crew. Well, technically, those would have been 2 entirely different divisions. One with the violent crimes, the others probably with civil affairs or something. Usually, yes, but it might have been reported as a murder. Yahiko was arrested and interrogated for it. Did you see how easily he walked out of it? Must have been a witness interrogation, not a suspect. Well, it's either that, or his parents were influential enough to... Okay, we're getting off topic here. Let's just settle it like this. It's likely that it was handled by a violent crimes division because it involved the death of another academy student in the wake of multiple student disappearances. Furthermore, there were 3 witnesses at the scene. You, Yahiko, and Rui. And all of you are also academy students. Happy? Why didn't I think of that? You just did. So why does that matter? The forest was still a fairly viable option, and at the very least, it would be away from overly inquisitive citizens. Then why was Haru still murdered in District 6? I guess it means that the killer wasn't entirely in charge of his circumstances. Things didn't happen according to his plan. So then the question we must ask is this: why and how was Haru murdered? I can't answer that. I can't answer all that. You're killing me over here, kid. You're killing me, Smalls. Fine, I'll rephrase it. Remember how every victim previously logged in for curfew before they disappeared? Yeah. But Haru didn't. He was away from school even before curfew tolled. See something weird? Besides the obvious break in pattern? Holy smokes, kid. The pattern is odd. Why would the killer kidnap students after curfew? Let's say I'm your everyday Joe. Well, your everyday psychopathic Joe. I need to kill a couple of people here and there, and for reasons unknown, it has to be a bunch of kids in a super uptight private school. When would I choose to strike? After curfew? Tell me why that's an obvious disadvantage. Ignoring the obvious security problems, it would take place in a hard-to-see dark campus. What? Take place in a hard-to-see dark campus, limit the suspect pool. Because security lockdowns on the school after curfew, only a few people can be out and about. The suspects would be limited to students or maintenance staff like the janitor or security teams. Good. Hardly ideal circumstances for a killer. So pretty safe to presume that he wouldn't act after curfew unless he absolutely needed to. Which means that Haru Bunya missing curfew was his own choice. Because if the killer kidnapped him before curfew, then why didn't he do so to the other students? Unless this time was an exception. Hey, everything can be an exception. You'll never get a working theory that way. Now let's think about this. Haru skips class while the killer is confined. I feel like I'm in a freaking Criminal Minds episode. Okay, I need to save, and I will continue this, I swear. Oh, fuck. Save, you bastard. Alright. I'll continue to the next one. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, I swear. Bye-bye.